Hello everybody, and welcome to the first wing of Blackrock Mountain.
Blackrock Mountain, a Hearthstone
This
adventure.
episode we are going to be looking at the heroic version of the Grim Guzzler. Sounds disgusting, doesn't it? But I believe I've found a solution on how to beat it. I've already done it, okay, so I have actually found a solution and a way to do it. But let's have a look and see what I have done for the deck, shall we? So I first looked at it last night. It's about 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. now. But now, as soon as it came out last night, I was like, right, we need to find a solution. Me and Eva sat down, and I thought, why not play Rogue? Because with the heroic first boss, he puts out loads of the 1/1 minions, doesn't he? So with Rogue, you can use the Blade Flurry to be able to take them out, even if you don't have a buffed weapon. So that, along with Fan of Knives, works pretty well. And this guy's ability flips out 2 of his minions from his deck and 1 of yours. So if you can try and gain a little bit of control with Eviscerates and just by trading and a lot of RNG, then yeah, you should be fine. But so what I've done with this, I've filled my deck up with loads of big guys. So we got Fur Reaper, which is really good. Anonymous has sent you a friend request. Okay, there you go. There you go. We got Force Tank Max, which is good for Divine Shields and trading and taking stuff out. Kale Fazard is obviously really good, because if you've got Kel out, he does brawl, and you keep Kel alive through the brawl, then you've got the rest of them alive as well, so it's amazing. It's really good. Alex Straza is pretty good if you actually do get to late game, and Malagos is really awesome as well, because it will buff any of your spells. And the Sinister Strike, if you think about it, with Malagos, that's going to do 8 damage per thing. So that's 16 damage between 2 mana, which is ridiculous. And it really does help. It really does help a lot. So if you can got the Stormwind as well. So yeah, if you don't have all of these cards, here's the deck list here. If you don't have all of these cards, then don't worry. It's these ones, the ones that you're going to really need in this. So if you can add in all these, I think these are basic, other than Blade Flurry and Eviscerate. But yeah, if you can add in those, and then just chuck in any big things. So if we look at the basic set, and we'll head to 6+. So you've got Boulder Fist Loaders, Ogres are pretty good. Archmage, not really great for Archmage, but I suppose it could be a decent replacement for Malagos, even though it's +1 damage, but it's still plus damage. And War Golems would be alright, Core Hounds are good, and Stormwind Champions are good. Just anything big, really. So yeah, anything big will do. So let us go and jump in, and we shall show you how it is done. Hopefully. Let's hope that I get it done. You may not get it done first time, but when you do get it done, it'll be awesome. It is basically very much RNG. It depends on what he flips out and what you flip out. If he flips out something like Force Tank Max, which isn't, you know, it's not huge, but it's still pretty big, then it's not too bad. If you were to flip out Death Mix, see, in your first hand, you don't really want Sylvanas. Sylvanas is really good in this, by the way. If you can get Sylvanas in, I very, very much recommend it. But if you can get any spells into your first hand, all these lower attack ones. So this is pretty bad to have in hand, but it's got quite low health, so it's iffy. And that was really bad to have in hand, because Fur Reaper is really good. So what we're going to hope for is potentially Sylvanas. Okay, so we didn't churn out anything huge, which ain't bad, but he's going to get 2 Grim Patrons now, which isn't fantastic. See, that's his little... oh, shit, we had to get that in hand. Oh, damn it. Right, so these guys you need to think about taking out as well, because if he does a brawl, then it's going to keep him alive and everything else will die. Guaranteed. So let us trade out one of these, because else he's going to get 4 of them. And we're going to just grind away at his face a little bit. So the Sylvanas would have been good to have on the first board, because then you could have killed Sylvanas and then got his other minion that he brought out that turn. But unfortunately, we got it in hand, didn't we? So that was really annoying. And there you go! So this is where the old Blade Flurry is going to come in, that we have in hand, which is beautiful. So what we can do now is we can do a Blade Flurry, and that is going to take out this Brawler guy and 3 of these guys. So that's going to be pretty decent. Ta-da! Right, so I'm just going to go face. Maybe I should have traded out for something, but... okay, so we got the Beast. that Moga the Ogre is going to be... Ah! Jesus, that's a lot of damage. It's all down to RNG. This doesn't look like a good run through though, because he's got so many minions down already. So I think trading out could be fairly decent, but we've got to take out something. The worst one. We've lost. Alright, let's redo it. But like I said, it's very much RNG. If you get decent drops and he doesn't, like say if you drop Deathwing and he dropped Moga the Ogre and something smaller, then obviously Deathwing can take them both out, which is pretty decent. It's pretty awesome actually. But other than that, you just need to make sure that you try and get your spells in hand and keep all the big guys, the most important guys like Sylvanas, Deathwing, Fur Reaper maybe. Molten Giant's pretty good to have in hand as well, because he's obviously going to take your health down quite quickly. So we're going to swap those Stormwinds out and try and get Fan of Knives and Molten Giant. That's good. They're both cards that we can, you know, put out over time without having to have a huge amount of mana. And, oh, wow. That's great. That's awesome. Come on. What do we get? Force Tank Max. That's pretty decent. That's pretty decent, actually. Okay, so because we've only got 2 mana, we're going to use this... No, we're going to save the Sinister Strike. We'll save... Go on, get him. Yes! Right, well, one weapon up. Do 1 damage to face, because why not? So this ability is pretty... It's very strong, actually. It is very strong. Very strong. 4, okay. So this is where the Fan of Knives is perfect. Oh, wow. If only we had... Ah, I had to draw Sylvanas, didn't I? Right. Here we go. Fan of Knives takes out all of those guys. Now, we could use our weapon on this guy. Yeah. This, yeah. Right, we're going to trade out you, and we're going to go face, because... Let's hope that he... we need to keep his number of minions down whilst trying to keep ours up. Oh! We got Deathwing! Yes! Alright, pretty nice. So what can we do here? We could, in fact... Let's take out one of these guys, because that would be left on 1 health, meaning that he'll probably want to trade. And we're going to want to keep this Sinister Strike just in case Malagos or a spell damage increase comes out. If you don't have Malagos, then obviously it'll be a different spell damage guy. Bear in mind that next turn we'll be able to bring out the old Molten Giants, which would be pretty lovely. And what else can we do? We could do this, and we could take this out like that. There you go. And we'll have to hope that he goes face with that, because these will cost 3, meaning that we could bring out 1. And a Mountain Giant! Oh! That's quite big. But that's okay. That's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. Baron Geddon's quite good because it can take out his taunts as well. So let's see. What do we want to take out primarily? So if we were to do this, we have 20 damage with our weapon, which means that we would need 2 more. If we had a spell damage out, then we could have won with Blade Flurry. But we can't do that. So, let's think about it. He has 13, he has 20. So we are going to have to trade stuff out. So if we were to take this out, like this, then this will be a 5-5, and this will be a 6-6. So yeah, let's do this. And if we trade this out as well, then nothing else is going to get buffed. He does he run weapons? I can't remember if he runs weapons. Right, so if we do this, go face, then hopefully he'll churn out Malagos. Full Tank Max. And Baron Geddon. That's not good with Grim Patron down. Good God. But do we have lethal? We have lethal. There you go, that's how you do it, sons of bitches. Wah! Brr! And that is how you do this boss on Heroic. Oh yeah. Make sure you join us on Twitch later on. We're going to be on Twitch later on, and I'll run through all the wings again with you guys. That's after I've done all the recording and editing and all that shit. So I hope you enjoyed this. So later guys. Hope it's out. Bye.
Yeah.
One of them.
Yeah, I think, yeah. Wobble.